Hi there. Thanks for tuning in to Positive Power with Michele Dionne, our weekly uplifting, motivating, positive series. Thanks for tuning in. I've had a great week. I hope you have too. I've been looking forward to this actually. I always look forward to it because it's a great way for me to tune in to positive stuff myself. So see, you win, I win, we all win. Got some great stories this week. We've all been following the water crisis that's been going on there. To anybody that doesn't know, they changed their source of water and ended up going through some older pipes, and they ended up contaminating the water with lead. Now this is just recently in the last couple months. So all these people have been just coming in droves to help, donating water here actually on the Port Huron, Michigan radio station that I listen to quite a lot. They have been talking about how there's a school bus parked in one area, and people are going and they're bringing just regular people like you and me, and they bring cases of water, load it up on the bus, and every time the bus gets full, they take it to Flint, empty it out, come back, repeat. That's a pretty awesome thing. So on a bigger level though, what's been going on recently is 300 plumbers, union plumbers from the Michigan Plumbers Union, they all went into Flint and installed water filters for free. So they did it all at their own expense, which is fantastic. And a lot of these houses are very old houses that have older plumbing systems. And what they were saying in the article is that quite often they had different taps and a different setup that the filters couldn't go onto smoothly or like tie into regularly, so it took a plumber to do it. So they came along, they changed over 800 homes taps and faucets, and it was all donated by the Plumbing Manufacturers International, which is fantastic, and they averaged at $100 each, these faucets. So that's absolutely fantastic. And a lot of those people, you know, I don't know, Flint, Michigan, how much you know about it, but they really got hit by the automotive manufacturing industry closing down a bunch of their plants. So they have gone through a lot of stuff. This is the last thing they need for the people that have, you know, stuck it out and not left town, like a lot of people have. There's a lot of abandoned homes and whatnot there. So that's really awesome. And it's really awesome to see humanity stepping up to the plate. You know, that's great. These plumbers taking their time off, coming at their own expense, paying for their own gas to get there. Maybe a hotel is required, putting the time in. And it's been wonderful because there's been so much going on. Jimmy Fallon has stepped up to the plate and he's been donating water. Cher, she called somebody she knew that owned a water plant and donated a bunch of water. And then the water plant turned around and matched her. They donated a bunch of water. The rock band Pearl Jam, same thing. They donated a bunch. That's what it's all about, right? Humanity. We are one, sticking together, which is absolutely awesome. So, you know, what a great thing. And it's a great time for people to put their other priorities aside, or what you think are priorities, and focus on the basics. Like, people will die if they do not have the right water. That's the facts at the end of the day. So, which totally leads me into my last story, which, if you've been following this series at all, you'll know we've talked a few times about the Action for Happiness. And that is based out of England. And what they've done is they've done a whole bunch of stuff to make people aware of happiness, of the benefits of happiness, physically, mentally, the whole mind, body, spirit thing. And what they've done recently is they had the Dalai Lama come and speak to a whole convention worth of people, and it was absolutely fantastic. And on the website here, there's a great big story all about it, which is definitely worth the read. And it has some awesome facts in there. And you know, the Dalai Lama, he's 80 years old now. He's got a lot of knowledge, a lot of input, and he's a very, in my opinion, a very enlightened being. And I think he's worth following, and I think he has definitely some good insight to share on what he thinks. So he came and he discussed on how to increase our own capacity for compassion. Because, you know, we're raised to be so competitive. We're raised and pre-programmed to be not just so isolated, so alone. Like, it's unfortunate, because what we need to be is more universal love, more one love, more all about humanity, you know, promoting humanity. And they're saying in this article that as recent as 2011, if you did a search on happiness online, you would find nothing, or you would find next to nothing. And now that all these people are realizing how important happiness is to your health, to your mental wellness, to everything, that it is a great big wave. It's turned into a global movement, which is absolutely awesome. And they're talking about it in colleges and universities, the government's involved. Everybody realizes that basically we've been doing it wrong. Our priorities have been a little bit mixed up. And now, instead of thinking that happiness is over there, happiness is always something we're questing for, if we focus on the now and appreciate what we have now, we'll realize we have everything right in front of us to be happy. And if we don't, it's really easy to change. You might not think it's easy to change, but truly it is, and it's so worth it. So since the Action for Happiness movement has been going, there's 523,000 people following it on Facebook. There's more than 59,000 people in 168 countries who have taken their pledge, including myself, which is to create more happiness and less unhappiness in the world. There's also happiness book clubs, which is really cool. So once a month you meet and you have a book. Everybody reads the same book for the month, and it's a happiness-based book, so it's a happy story, positive ending. I mean, life is full of ups and downs. There's no perfect story. There's no perfect anything. I mean, you have to have the yin and the yang, right? But these book clubs there's over 1,000 clubs registered with over 10,000 members. That's pretty substantial. There's also over 30 happiness cafes, which is fantastic. And it can be happiness cafe all the time. So all the time they're spreading the word, and they've got the posters up. And like, that doesn't mean it's a free cafe. It is just the ambiance. It's the attitude. It's the atmosphere. It's the vibration. It's something that you can't even see, but you can feel it. You're picking up on it. And so some of them are scheduled. So the Happiness Cafe is every Sunday at maybe a certain location. And then there's other ones that 24/7 or whenever the hours are of this cafe are open, they're a Happiness Cafe, which is pretty cool. And the Dalai Lama had a really awesome quote that I think is worth sharing. And I think it's something that we should all just realize and take into consideration all the time. And this is what it is. We need to see beyond we and they. Our future depends on the well-being of the whole humanity. We have to be there for everyone. We only have one planet, and common interest is more important than individual interest. And that is so, so true. Because like I was saying, you know, we're so competitive, and whether it be sports, and it's interesting because, you know, Super Bowl Sunday we're in that time of year. But we're so competitive, whether it be your schooling, your grades, your sports, your club, your country, your color, your creed, your race. I mean, we could do this all day. But at the end of the day, we all have a heart, and we all have a heart that beats the same. We all have blood that pumps through our veins. We all need water. We all need air. We need to get back to those basics. You know, I'm such a believer in one love, and it's just so important. And, you know, when you do a random act of kindness, or you're participating in something that spreads happiness, it's just when you see somebody's face light up, when you see somebody that's caught up in stress and the humdrum world of bills and drama and whatever else is going on in their life, and then you just take a second, you just stop, and you just pay them a compliment, do a random act of kindness, change their focus a little bit. just help them just chill out and drop the drama. Their faces light up. I know you know what I'm talking about, because I'm not the only one that does it. You do it. We do it. We're all in this together. So together, let's be happy. Let's be happy. Let's be enlightening. Hold a door open. Share a smile. Do whatever you have to do to just, take some pressure off some people and make their day a little bit more enjoyable. Because you survived this far. You'll survive the rest of it. We all do. So thanks for tuning in. I thought those were great articles. I hope you enjoyed them too. 3 different sites this time, so make sure you look those up. And also, make sure you have a great week. And I know I'll have a great week because I'm starting it with you. Thanks again. Take care. Remember, one love.